Good evening. I'm Cindy Bertram. Thanks for joining me today on Good Ship Happens. And I actually was traveling for a couple different weeks, attending two different cruise conferences. They were absolutely phenomenal, including it's called Sea Trade Cruise Global Conference, and it's an international conference. They actually do it in Miami Beach, which is great. I've been attending it for a couple of years, several years now. Great conference. Cruise line executives are there like crazy, which is great too. And the fun thing was 6 out of 7 execs in my new book, Good Ship Happens, Amazing Leadership during the cruise industry, were there too, which is great too. So it was really great to see those people. They're great executives, I've known for a long time, but it was great to see them too in person. And they really, really covered some great things too. They had a big panel first and then had different meetings too, but it was really great because once again, what they're focusing on too is just, new ships and expansion also with their focus on sustainability too, which was great too. So anyway, it was great to be there. Also, was at the Cruise Lines International Association conference. That was about a week later. It's their annual conference called Cruise 360, and they have different things there. They have travel executive speaking, different presentations. Plus, what's great too is also they've got they do this big gala awards dinner event too, where they actually have 4 different executives that are actually award winners. And one thing is big dinner. They have entertainment. It's really great too. But also what's really fun too is Donna Rosenthal, who is the CEO of Azamar Cruises, was actually inducted to the Cruise Line Hall of Fame. She's in my new book, Good Ship Happens, Amazing Leadership during the cruise industry. And it was good to meet her too. Talk with me. It was really great too. So it was really fun to see her again too the following week, at Cruise 360. It was a really great conference too. So anyway, good things going on in the cruise industry. We have a lot of new ships coming out too, of course. As far as new ships coming out, because before, but one is actually coming up pretty soon. It's called the Norwegian Luna. That's Norwegian Cruise Line's newest ship, and it's actually going to be sailing pretty soon too. It's their 4th Prima class ship, and it's a sister ship that was to the Aqua, which is actually launched in April 2025. So that's great too. And also one fun ship coming out too is, of course, Legend of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean's new ship. That's the one that actually is going to have a chief dog officer on board too. And her name is called Skipper, which is really great. So Skipper's going to be the chief dog officer for Legend of the Seas. And that's going to be, actually what's fun too, it's going to be the first Icon class ship launching in Europe. And it was great too. It's Royal Caribbean's new ship. It's their 3rd Icon class ship, first launch in Europe. She's coming out, I think in July this year. But great too is also they have some really great entertainment. They've announced too. They've got their musical, Ronald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory musical, and there's also going to be their immersive railroad dining experience too, which is great. And they've got their high ropes course. They've got 40 bars and restaurants. Also can actually accommodate up to 5,610 guests. And she'll be launching, of course, in Europe, which is great later on. Also, she's going to have the world's largest water park too. And as mentioned, what's really fun too is she has their new chief dog officer, Skipper. She's being trained right now. It's really cute too, because Michael Bailey, the president of Royal Caribbean, has brought her into the headquarters office several times, and they just love her. Really love her. It's so cute. She's so cute, golden retriever, and she's really, really adorable too. So can't wait to see more about that too. When I finally get access to some pictures, I'll show that too. But also, her name is Skipper. Legend Seas is actually debuting in July, and she's got for 7-night Western Mediterranean cruises from Barcelona, Spain, and also Rome, Italy. Also, another right now too is Seven Seas Cruises. Their new ship, the Prestige, is going to hit the water in December this year, and it's going to be accommodating 822 guests. It'll be the 7th ship in their fleet, the first in their new Prestige class vessels. Also, what's great too is their crew to guest ratio is actually one of the largest at sea too, and they offer butler service, which I think is wonderful. Butler service, luxury lounges, a new Mediterranean mezzo-style restaurant connoisseur, and they've got 12 different suite categories. including their 9,000 square foot Skyview Regent Suite. Can you imagine? 9,000 square feet is a suite, okay? And what they do is, it's great too. So the ship's going to make her maiden voyage from Barcelona, Spain to Miami on the 13th of December, with itineraries going to include scheduling until May of 2027. And she'll be visiting the Caribbean, Europe also, including 2 transatlantic crossings. And another ship coming out later on this August is going to be Explorer Journeys. Explorer 3 is coming out this August. And it's the latest ship in the Explorer Journeys. And Explorer Journeys is a luxury brand of Embassy Cruises too. So the Explorer 3 will have a capacity for about 900 guests. It's similar to sister ships. It will have 5 heated pools, also 6 restaurants, 12 bars and lounges with a guest to staff ratio of 1.25 to 1. And her maiden voyage is going to actually be a 7-night voyage scheduled for August 3rd this year from Barcelona to Lisbon. And another ship coming up too, that's part of the MSC group, is of course MSC World Asia. It's going to be latest in the world-class ships, and she's going to be debuting, launching in December this year, 2026. Her name is MSC World Asia, and she's going to reflect kind of Asian culture and art and landscapes too. And what's fun too is she'll also have, of course, their MSC Yacht Club, which is phenomenal. I mean, seriously, it's a sub area, butler service, your own private restaurant, private pool area, places to explore, enjoy too, but also it's really, really great too. And it's really fun. So anyway, with the new features, she's going to have a giant dragon hanging in the World Promenade and a 12-deck high dry slide inspired by Singapore's famous Gardens by the Bay. And her maiden voyage is going to port on a 7-night round trip from Barcelona on December 4th this year. Also, we got Viking. Viking Mirror is going to actually launch in June this year, and it's the Viking Mira. She's a small class ship. Gross registered tonnage is 54,300 tons. She'll feature 499 guests in staterooms and can handle up to 998 guests. And of course, passengers can enjoy their trademark Scandinavian designs, also bars and restaurants, and sailing through the Mediterranean, also Northern Europe during main season too. Another ship coming out too is really great too, is Windstar Cruises. Their Star Explorer is their newest ship, and it's going to be coming out, actually launching next year. And Luxury Cruise Line Windstar will launch its latest cruise ship in December 2026. And it was called Star Explorer. She offers 112 staterooms, suites, for just 224 guests, and also has 2 Horizon Owner Suites. The facilities also include their yacht club cafe and their marina water sports platform too. And the ship actually be sailing year-round in Europe starting December this year, sailing from Barcelona. And she's also going to be christened at Tower Bridge, London, in May 2027, which is great too. As far as Scenic Group, they offer a different range of luxury river cruises too, so it's really great too. And luxury brand Scenic Group is going to be launching 3 new luxury river cruise ships in 2027 and 2028, which is great. And their new ships are actually be operating across Europe and Asia. And their new fleet includes their Emerald Nova, which is launching in June 2027 on the Douro River. The Scenic Aria will also unveil in that region in September 2027, just accommodating 96 guests, which is great. Also, the Scenic Spirit 3 will be launching early 2028 on the Mekong River. And also, the 68-passenger ship will cruise Mekong River across Vietnam and also Cambodia. And she'll call on stops including Ho Chi Minh, other places too. And then the Emerald Aster will actually be launching in May this year on the Rhine, Main, and Douro, Danube, and also the Emerald Luma will be actually sailing on the same river in 2027. Another fun thing too is, of course, we've heard about several cruises. I've talked about Celebrity Cruises several times. It's great cruise line, wonderful. Sailed them several times myself too. But Celebrity, of course, announced they're going to be doing the river cruises too. So Celebrity Cruises is going to be making its debut on the river in 2027, and it's part of the Royal Caribbean brand, but it's called Celebrity River Cruises. And they want to replicate their luxury ocean cruise experience for passengers on the top rivers too. They're building 10 ships, yes, for the river cruises. The first two are named Celebrity Compass, Celebrity Seeker. They're sailing on the Rhine and Danube, I think next year. And cabs are already sold out for 2027. So I think the first beta might be 2028. But keep in mind, too, it's going to be the Celebrity Compass and Celebrity Seeker. Okay. Also, as mentioned, we've got Four Seasons, and that's the one that has a very famous captain, Captain Kate McHugh. And they just made their debut. They're part of the hotel chain, but their Four Seasons one completed her maiden voyage in March on the Mediterranean. And what they do is they have their customized routes that include Greek Isles, the Croatia for Riviera, the French Riviera this summer, also Caribbean Bahamas in the wintertime too. And then they feature large suites, private plunge pools, high-end food, also access to exclusive ports, and also yacht-only harbors too, which is great too, because once again, because it's a smaller ship, they can actually dock in smaller places too. Okay, and also they mentioned a sister ship is going to be coming out next year. Also, with Oceania Cruises, they're very luxury, but their Oceania Sonata is going to join their luxury cruise line's fleet in August 2027. And she has capacity. It's called the Emerald. The Oceania Sonata. Just going to accommodate 1,390 guests. It's the first of a new line of cruise ships for Oceania Cruises brand too. She'll have a greater choice of suites and also one chef for every 8 guests on board, which is great too. Also, they're going to have 2 new fine dining restaurants on board. These include, if I pronounce it correctly, it's Spanish. It's La Table par Maîtres Cuisiniers de France. Also got a new Peruvian and Japanese fusion venue starred Nikkei Kitchen. And Argyle Sailing is going to feature 22 sailings in August 2027 through April 2028 in the Mediterranean, which is great too. That's Oceania Cruises. Okay. The line of ships coming out too, and I really think it's fun, kind of good to kind of look at different cruise ships coming out this year, also next year, the year after too, and also for Celebrity Cruises to get into river cruising. I think that's really, really wonderful too, because once again, river cruising is really growing like crazy. It's a great way to really explore different places, usually in the rivers. In Europe, other places too, but the good thing is too, in this case too, is with river cruises, they're usually smaller ships, which means they can actually dock at different places too, which is great too. And they make ports too, which is great too. So it gives you much more options too. A fun thing too is also we've got I've talked about new outlines before, okay, because that's really kind of a great thing too that cruise lines have done. The first cruise line that actually started their own private outline was actually Norwegian Cruise Line. Okay, it's called Great Stirrup Cay, and when they launched, they decided their own private outline, okay, which is great. The first cruise actually took years ago. Of course, was on a small ship called the Sunward 2, okay, but we went to Nassau, Bahamas, plus their private outline was gorgeous, okay, Great Stirrup Cay, beautiful. I've been there several times since then. What they've done is, since certainly last year, what they did was they decided to create a port for the ships to dock right there. Okay, before the ships had anchor and you had tender in. They just got their new dock built, which is great too. So that's great because once again, non-Norwegian cruise lines, their ships can dock right there. They've added more areas, which is great, but it's very beautiful. I've been there several times. Plus, the fun thing is, of course, too, is I have a bar there. Yeah, right. Okay, but anyway, the fun thing is they've got a special bar. It's called Bertram's Bar. Yes, it's named after me. My last name was there a couple years ago. I was there for a pre-christening thing too, but I had my picture taken with me under Bertram's Yachts, Bertram's Bar. So I said, okay, that's my bar. Let's meet me for free drinks. But it's kind of fun because they're adding more things there to their private island. It's beautiful, different areas too. which is great. Plus the fact that they're building it, they built the dock right there is really, really great too. Another really fun thing too is I've talked about MSC Cruises. Okay, what they've done is they actually, it's family owned. They're owned by the Aponte family, and with MSC Cruises, the Aponte family is over in Europe. Geneva is their headquarters. They're an Italian family. They actually started their container shipping company years and years ago, about 35, 40, 50 years ago. They started in cruising, and they launched MSC Cruises about 35 years ago. And since then, of course, what they did was they actually had launched their new luxury cruise line, Explorer Journeys, about 3 years ago. And also they did was they didn't have a private island. So in 2016 or 17, they actually talked to the Bahamian government, and they negotiated a lease for this island. Actually, was for a manufacturing plant, and they actually leased an island for $100 million for 100 years. The island was trashed, okay, for a managing plant. It had to weigh 1,500 tons of scrap metal. The sea life was dead. The trees were dead. What they did was they cleared the out. They spent over $40 million there. I was there on the cruise in the MSC. Might have been the Seascape. I can't remember. It was 2021. Beautiful what they did. When I was there, they did sand cutting. They want to build their ocean conservation center there too. And I was at sailing on the World America last year in April for a christening cruise. They christened ship in Port Miami, okay, on April 9th, and then we sailed out to their private outline. We're there for like 2 days, dock right there, which is great too. But also, they opened up their ocean conservation center. They're building coral reef trees there, and they're putting them in the oceans to save the oceans, which is great too. But what's fun thing too is when I was there on the World America, I was taking pictures like crazy, of course. Cindy, the Bertram photographer, was great too. Is I thought I saw a southern island further off. Okay, I took a picture. This is my picture. You see the island in the back part right there too. Well, MSC just unveiled their new island, Sandy Cave Private Island in the Bahamas. Okay, and I think this is actually what it is. Can't tell you right now, but I'm sure that's what it is. But anyway, it's going to be called Sandy Cave Private Island. They just announced this middle of April. It's their new private island in the Bahamas. It's next to Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve, which is great. Going to open up in 2028. It's going to serve guests on board MSC Cruises, also Explorer Journeys. And Sandy Cave is designed as a quieter, more secluded alternative to Ocean Cay. It's focused on nature and also more immersive island experience too. The island also features Argonite sand and also clear Bahamian waters too, which is great too. It offers more intimate sailing, maintaining just their same culture, nature-focused approach to Ocean Cay. And guests will actually be able to visit Sandy Cay in 2028, which is great. Also, MSC Cruise has been doing some updates on their MSC Marine Reserve too. They're including new dining options, beach areas for families, also adults, also expanded relaxation spaces, more marine conservation experiences too. And these updates are aimed to really, really provide guest experiences in a new way, plus preserving their natural environment too, which is great too. And of course, Sandy Cay expands MSC Cruises' private island offering alongside Ocean Cay, provide more of a seamless experience between the ship and shore too. And I'll show more about that later on too. But I think this is actually their new Sandy Cave private island right here. Okay. I'll find out more, but I took the picture, so that's wonderful. Just great things they're doing too. It's really fun too. Also, what's really fun too is with Royal Caribbean, of course, was at the different cruise conferences too. But what they did was really fun too. Is I know that Royal Caribbean's new vacation is going to bring America's Got Talent to sea for the first time. And on Legend Seas coming out this August, of course, with their new chief dog officer, Skipper. They actually announced this back in March. They also showcases different things too. Okay, it's at different cruise conferences. But America's Got Talent live on Legend Seas is going to be it's going to deliver a reimagined experience on that beloved global variety show too. Okay. And it's great too because it's going to have for families that can really enjoy it too. It's really great too. So America's Got Talent live on Legend of the Seas is going to amplify what the Got Talent franchise and as far as their global phenomenon too. It was really great too because they shared more of this too at the different cruise conferences I went to too. It's great too. So keep in mind too, entertainment on board cruise ships is wonderful too to really enjoy. Also, I know that Carnival Cruise Lines has some new ships coming out too, of course. What they did was they've got they announced some previews of their new ships. They've got their Carnival Festival, and this is an Excel class ship going to be launching in April 2027. So Carnival Cruise Line's new Excel class is going to continue with Carnival Festival in April 2027. Also, the Carnival Tropical is going to launch in 2028. As far as the Carnival Festival, it's going to depart from Port Canaveral, Florida, and the Tropical's home port will be in Galveston, Texas, which is great too. So their sister ships include the Mardi Gras, also their Carnival Celebration, also Carnival Jubilee. So what's great too is with the festival, it's going to have featuring 3 new zones. They include they'll be on decks 6, 7, and 8. They're going to celebrate music in different ways with music themed venues, also immersive experiences too. And also it's going to be doing some new things too, but also what's fun too is the Carnival Festival is going to actually be depart from Port Canaveral, Florida, which is about an hour away from Orlando. It's a really beautiful port. It's there a long time ago. Really great too. Also, then the Carnival Tropical is going to be debuting, of course, in Galveston, Texas, which is going to be home port, and that's going to be taking place in 2028. And Galveston, Texas is really beautiful. I got a chance to go there last fall. I got invited by Embassy Cruises because they're going with their new ship there, with their new ships there to actually sail Port Galveston. I was there. It was wonderful. Beautiful port, but once again, too, is Galveston's a beautiful port area. Really pretty. Different things to do, too, but it was just really great because when I was there for the Embassy cruise ship, they had built a brand new port right there. They built a brand new cruise port there. It was really great. They did the riverhead too. It was great too. So anyway, got so many options as far as sailing from different cruise lines too, as far as the departure ports. Because once again, port music was actually the mainstay of the cruise industry for years and years. What's great too is Embassy Cruises actually built a new port there about 2-3 years ago, and it's the biggest port ever built. But it's beautiful because it's a pretty new port. It's beautiful. And I got a chance to sail out of that port last year when I was on the World America Christening Cruise too. It's beautiful. But also, you can sail out of Port Miami, of course. You can sail out of Port Everglades and Fort Lauderdale. Of course, Port Canaveral outside of Orlando. It's away from Orlando. Galveston is another one. Also New York. Where else? San Juan, Puerto Rico, different places too. Plus, you'll see things in different areas too. Also, of course, with Alaskan Cruises, which is taking place right now, of course, you can sail out of Seattle, also Vancouver, which is great too. So you've got options as far as where you'll sail from too. And once again, too, if you don't want to really kind of worry about taking a flight, and flying is kind of crazy now because gas costs have gone up like crazy. But once again, if you prefer just to drive, what's great too is you actually drive to a lot of these different ports to actually hop on the ship too. Okay, and with the festival, it's got, I mentioned 3 different zones, new zones, and they of course are going to be 2 zones going to be across deck 6, 7, 8. Those are the ones that have the music genre. And also, they've got let's see, on deck 6 they've got their Studio 724 will encompass the Spark. On deck 5 is going to feature the lines the signature alchemy bar. Also with a dedicated side space, also own live music stage 2, hosting live musical performances too. Also on deck 7, the mix bar will be a turnaround theme watering hole. So the guest patrons will actually be able to create custom cocktails, right? You want to create a cocktail? Well, you can do it there, which is great too. Okay, and also they've got let's see, you can order staple libations too as a synth or hi-fi, and also they've got their Lime Light Lounge. Also on Festival Deck 8, they've got it's really described by Carnival as a brightly covered promenade connecting guests to several food and beverage venues. Love the atmosphere. There's really transformative as far as from day to night with different evolving lights and sounds too. Also, they got their Festival Grounds Coffee and Bar, okay, for specific Java and also other festive beverages too. And dining offerings include to expand their Pizza Palooza, while also their Levis Rhythm and Rolls Deli food trucks to grab snacks, quick bites too. Also, the third new zone across deck 16, 17, 18 includes Sensation Point. It's a new outdoor area for family fun, all ages entertainment too. It's I think what they do is by replacing Bolt, the ultimate sea coaster from previous sister ships, is going to be expanding the Carnival Waterworks Ultra Water Park too, right here. So that's great too. Also, the zone's going to showcase half a dozen water slides, 2 separate splash pads with their own slides, and also spray elements too. Also have 6 new main slides with 4 that are actually entirely new to the brand, including their 2 family varieties, including Sun Soaker and Turning Tides, okay? Also, they've got their Dry Treehouse Adventure Trail, complete with its own dry slide and also netted bridges. And then for more toddler areas too, which is great too. And also, let's see, a bit more about that too. The Sensation Point will be open even into the evening with extended water park hours too, DJ events, also special activities too. Also, food and drink options here actually showcase their Sensation sips for slushies and more, baked chicken, swirls ice cream parlor, and the scenic overlook, which is a bar ideal for sunset vistas too. What they do too is accommodations. They mention replacing the Family Harbor staterooms are 1,000 interconnecting rooms, almost 70% more than they had on their first Excel series ships too. What they do is they can cater to multi-generational guests too. And once again too is fun too about Carnival. What they do is they actually sail mostly with over 1 million children per year. The festival is going to have a dedicated area and open deck experience for the Carnival's Turtles program, geared to children for kids ages 6 months to 2 years old. I love it. Okay. Carnival's Turtle program for young kids, right? And also they got different youth programs are expanded too, which is great too. So keep in mind too, as far as dining, what they do was to vary their dining options since they're Mardi Gras. They're going to be sailing from Port Canaveral. The Emerald Lagasse, which is a chief culinary officer for Carnival, and Lions Food and Beverage team are working on some new options too. One's going to swap out their chilbang and join the ship our guests' favorites such as Guy's Burger Joint, Pig and Anchor Smokehouse, Brewhouse, and also Big Chicken too. And the Carnival Tropicale is going to also cover some features in Carnival Festival, also including some of its new concepts too. And she's going to be, the Tropical is going to be sailing out of, it's going to also support the Star of Texas on her bow too. So it's really great too. So they're doing good things too. Also, Princess Cruises just announced what they're doing too, is they actually announced they ordered 3 bigger next generation ships too. And they just announced this, okay, in April. And Princess Cruises is actually going bigger with its next generation Voyager class ships. Trio, 3 different ships, 4,700 passengers. Right now, they're building right now. They're going to be launching in 2035, 2038, and 2039. So we have to wait a bit to get on the ships. These are new class ships too. And they're going to build on their Spirit class ships, the Sun Princess and the Star Princess too. And they're going to be re-imaging the outer decks too, also staterooms. And with the Voyager class ships they're working on right now, they have different things that really kind of go back to what they're doing too. It's great too. So I think it's really great too. Just keep in mind too, because once again, these are Voyager class ships, but not coming up for a couple of years. Okay. And it's great too, is with, I talked about the MSC World Asia coming out later on this year. Okay. And they mentioned some things too. She's debuting in December this year, the MSC World Asia. And what they're doing is they are going to be featuring some standout attractions, of course, including their Harbor Outdoor Park, also their interactive MSC Luna Park area, the Clubhouse Family Hub, which is great too. They're also going to expanding their kids club spanning more than 10,000 square feet. And also with the World Asia, she's going to be having sailing on 7-night Mediterranean itineraries, including Barcelona, Marseille, Messina, Civitavecchia from Rome, Naples, and Valletta, which is great too. So that's really great too, because I really think it's good. They're doing stuff too that kind of focuses on new areas. Of course, it's family fun too. So that's great too. And also, let's see what else. Celeste Cruises. You might not be aware of who they are, but I've been following them for a while too. But Celeste Cruises is really, they focus on and stay away from sail away to Greece, also Mediterranean too, which is great too. And they're not well known, but they do some great things too. And they sail year round. Okay, they sail around in the Greek islands, Adriatic, and the Arabian Gulf. Okay, and there are two newly refurbished ships, the Celestial Journey and Celestial Discovery. They bring travelers closer to the culture, cuisine, and also communities within those regions too. So with the Celestial Journey, which has been renovated, just refurbished too, she's got 7 restaurants and bars. They got the Zozo Spa and Wellness Center. They got pools, jacuzzis, and sun decks, suites and balconies with concierge service too. And as far as the cuisine too, they've got different restaurants. They've got their Grill Seekers, which is an elevated surf and turf, serving premium cuts and ocean fresh seafood. It's great to think of their smoked olive, which is authentic Mediterranean flavors. Also, they've got the Blue Bar and Lounge, which is an elegant piano bar lounge serving world-class martinis, also sparkling moments, relaxfully. Also, they got their Cafe Nation. Your go to coffee for handcrafted drinks and relaxed moments too. And the other ship that was just refurbished too is their Celestial Discovery. She also has 5 restaurants and 9 bars. And they've got the Zozo Spa and Wellness Center. Also, once again, the pools, jacuzzis, and sun decks. Also, suites and balconies also. Let's see, they've got suites and balconies have concierge service too. So once again, Celeste Cruises is one you might not have heard of, but they provide, what you can do is actually sail away to Greece too. And they actually, that's what they focus on too. Also, one thing they do too is they've got, I think experiences include cooking classes too. Okay, as far as what makes Celestial Journeys a little bit different, okay, they offer a different mix of iconic and hidden gem destinations, of course, too. And they've got their different dining, main venues and snacks, unlimited filter coffee, tea, water, and juices during specific times, complimentary Wi-Fi, which is great. Also, unlimited free pour drinks, pour sodas too. Range of onboard activities too. All port fees and gratuities are included too. And once again, too, it really kind of focuses on more, it's premium casual, okay, but that's how they kind of stand out too. But I know they have some special cooking classes. They actually get involved in cooking class too, okay. But once again, too, it's just they've got cooking classes too. It's really kind of fun. They actually debut those. But wonderful things too, as far as cooking classes and watching those. But once again, it's really great what cruise lines are doing too. But cooking classes, of course, too. Once again, cruise lines do have that too. You can actually go behind the scenes and see cooking classes also. Enjoy that. You can watch food preparation too. That's really great too. That's great too. As far as cooking classes, I found a really great cooking class there that Celestial Journeys just kind of launched. And we found it, so I want to share it with you too. A great way to really talk about Good Ship Happens, of course. And once again, as mentioned, it was so great to go to Seatrade Cruise Global Conference, of course, and also, as mentioned with Seatrade Cruise Global Conference, I had a chance to actually see 6 of 7 6 in my book, which is great, of course. Here they are, pictures, of course. We've got Chris Prelog, Windstar Cruises, okay. I've got Explorer Journeys. This is Chris Austin, the President, U.S., North America, Explorer Journeys. Donna Ritzenholler, who is the CEO of Osmar Cruises. She was inducted Cruise Lines Hall of Fame, too, with great award, too. Also, my friend Rick Sanso. He's actually chairman of MSC Cruises North America. Good friend, calls me pen pal. We've known each other for years. Then my friend Dietmar Tanzel. He actually was a former cruise line president. I met him, a great person, great friend. And he encouraged me to get the new book done, which I did too. He was there too. Great. He's actually president of Anglo Eastern Leisure Management. They were cruise lines too. And finally, another person I saw was actually Ken Muscat. He's the president of Scenic Group to USA. Great person. Christine Dive was there. She's the president of Cruise Line. She got kind of busy, but that's great too. So yes.
Cool. So you ready to close out with that video of the cooking lesson and everything like that? Cool.
Yep.
We're going to do that right now. So we'll close out with this video. Hopefully we're doing cooking on the sea. So let's take it.
Welcome, travel advisors, to the first edition of Cooking with Celestial. Today we have Natalie, who's going to cook a traditional dish. What are you doing today, Natalie? What are you making?
We are making a really simple dish, Scott, which is a Greek salad.
Okay.
It's choriatiki in Greek. It has some very simple ingredients, right? Because it's all about clean cooking. It's about simple ingredients and doing something that is authentic and very tasty. We need tomatoes, green bell peppers, cucumbers, red onions, and then we'll toss it with some extra Kalamata olives and feta cheese. And then on top, we will need on the side Greek olive oil, extra virgin Greek olive oil, of course. Then finally, a little bit of dried oregano, salt, and pepper.
So I have to do the cucumber, right?
Right.
And what kind of cucumbers are these?
So those are Persian cucumbers. I like those, and let me show this really quick. They're kind of small, right? So what's really good is after you've cleaned them, they go into little bites, right? It's very easy to toss into the salad. If you have an English cucumber, that's gonna work as well. However, then you're gonna have them in like half moon sizes, okay? We have tomatoes. For the tomatoes, Scott, I like to take either Roma tomatoes or tomatoes on the vine, and that's just because they're a little bit more meaty. They're easier to cut. They also have less seeds.
Okay.
And they just make for a really yummy Greek salad.
Wow. You said chop, right?
Chop.
Chop. Okay, that's what we're doing.
The tomato, you just take little bite-sized pieces. It's really completely up to you how big they should be, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with. Cheers, Scott, because a good Greek wine should always be part of the preparation, but also the enjoyment afterwards.
Perfect. Okay, what comes next?
Okay, what comes next is I'm going to toss all of our pre-cut tomatoes in here, and then we also have a couple of the cucumbers.
Got some more, yeah, we'll put those in here.
Perfect. Yum. You are a perfect sous chef. And then next are green bell peppers. So it's really easy to cut. Just take the bell pepper after you've cleaned it up a little bit and just cut it in longer stripes here. So let's put those green peppers in here as well. So we already have 3 ingredients. What comes next? Do you like onions?
I love onions. And what kind of onions do you use?
So I like to use red onions, and that has several reasons. Number one, because they're a little bit more sweeter and less pungent than the yellow ones.
Okay.
If you guys are not fan of onions, what you can do is you can half them, quarter them, put them in water, soak them a little bit, put a little bit of vinegar, and it takes that pungency out. But you want to have sweet onions in it because also from the color standpoint, it makes for a really nice presentation. Yeah, you see, and they're not super pungent, right?
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
Very
so
good.
You like onions? We can toss them in?
Could put the onions in there.
Perfect.
Yes.
Comes next are the Greek olives, and those are Kalamata olives, right? Did you know that olives are fruit?
I did not know that.
Yeah. I like to use the whole olives. I don't like them pre-cut. They still have the pits inside. I feel like that really maintains the flavor the best. Okay? And then we have one of the most important ingredients.
My favorite ingredient.
The olive oil.
second favorite.
The second favorite.
I was going for the feta cheese.
I thought you
here.
were going for the feta cheese. Be sure that
Yes.
you use sheep's milk based feta. Try to use them when they're packaged in brine and also in a huge chunk. So you can see this is a pretty big chunk here. What I like to do is I kind of like to half it a little bit. And then what you do is you place it on the top. This is just for presentation, okay? And then all you need is to take some of dried Greek oregano. Smell that?
And where do you get that from?
So that one you can have it at any grocery stores, really, right?
Okay.
This one
Perfect.
is specifically for my mom's place,
Okay.
actually in Greece. So this is local. So you can put a pinch on top.
Okay, perfect.
You gotta be more Greek style.
Oh, sorry.
Like
Sorry.
You need a little bit.
Perfect. There we go.
There
Okay.
you go. Okay.
Always-
And then all that we need is a little bit of salt.
Okay. I get to do that.
You get to do that. Black pepper.
All right. Okay.
What is not in the salad that you see many times, specifically here in our U.S. market? That would be lettuce.
Lettuce. Yes.
There is no lettuce ever
Okay.
in Greek salad. And now I would like to see the olive oil sprinkled on top of the
Okay,
salad.
all
Let's see how
right,
much
so-
you put. Always use extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
It should be first cold pressed.
Okay.
And then it should also be single source.
And what?
Put
just
that
there?
on.
Okay. All right. I guess.
And
I
please
got,
do it Greek style.
how do I?
You open it up. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
There we go.
Keep on pouring.
Tell me
Keep
how
on
much.
pouring. You're
Make
not
sure
Greek
the
yet.
size- Uh-oh. I'll let you
He's
put.
not Greek.
Yeah, I'm not
yet.
Greek. You got to
So
put a lot
easy.
more.
So once everything mixes and also the
Mhm.
tomatoes release a little bit of their juice, you take a piece of fresh bread, you dunk that in. You have never
Ooh,
tasted
that's
anything
so good.
better.
Yes.
That's really all that is required for a Greek salad. If you have guests coming over, you know, you want to prepare this, you can pop this in the refrigerator. Do not put olive oil on it just yet, right? Leave it in the fridge, and once it comes out and you put it on the table, then you can freshly pour the olive oil and also serve it to your guests.
When I went on the Greek island cruise last year, we went to Crete.
That is
And,
right.
you know, in Crete, how many olive trees are there in Crete?
Oh my God, in Crete, I remember when I did the tour
Yeah.
in the summer, there were about, he said, 35 million
Wow,
olive trees
wow.
just alone in Crete. And you know what the cool thing is also? We have this really cool food on foot tour
Yes,
in Crete.
yes,
because
I
you're
did
going
that.
on a
That
Crete
was
cruise.
so good. Yes.
When are you going on the cruise?
Well, I went last year. I'm going again this year.
Oh, see?
You know, you got to go again. Also in Mykonos, there was what we call Authentic Encounter, which is Celestial's small group
That's
tours.
right.
And we went to a house where we got hands-on cooking and the very local experience
Right.
Across the board. And it really was the homemade dishes, the traditional foods. Really enjoyed it. You felt like you really experienced the destination.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
will definitely be eating a lot of Greek salad because that is part of those
Yes.
two foodie tours as well, right?
Yes.
It's the authenticity, minimalistic style, meaning, you know, as little ingredients as possible. When you're doing these tours, you're going to be eating a lot of Greek salad there
Yes.
as well, right? You get a lot of what we call meze, these little plates where you can try different foods. But really, Greek salad is always part of the menu, right?
We go to small places that nobody's heard of. Milos and Patmos and
My favorite
you know,
spot,
so
my favorite
places like
spot.
that. So when your clients come back, they're like, wow, I went somewhere that nobody else that I know went to.
That's
People
right.
want that. They want that backstage
Yeah.
pass and that experience. So
You know, with just
Yeah.
a few ingredients, you can bring that destination back home. And
Yes.
guys, this is a super healthy food.
Yes.
It's really easy to make. Sometimes this is my lunch. I mean, maybe not that big of a bowl, but half size.
well, speaking
just
of
about
my
that.
lunch, tell me what you made me over here.
Oh, so I made you
I'm
a
so excited.
spanakopita, which is a spinach pie. Now that might be maybe time for another session or something. So
yes.
let's start small first. Let's
But
start
it's
with the
my lunch.
basics. It's your lunch. I know you can have it, and you
Yeah.
get some wine
Yes,
too,
yes,
because
yes.
you've been a very good. Hasn't he been the cutest sous chef ever?
Or
Here
this
is
year.
yamas.
Yamas. I
So,
know yamas.
There you go. So
Okay,
that's
perfect.
the first,
Okay.
and then bon appetit means kaliorexi.
Okay. All
There you
right.
go. So I
I'll-
hope you all have a kaliorexi. Bon appetit. If you have any questions, you know, ping us, let us know. And this was your first lesson, how to make a Greek salad.
Many more to come. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.